Hey guys, this is Ransom. Thank you so much for joining today. I hope that y'all are having a great day. Um, I'm new to the whole World of Warcraft YouTube scene and I'm super excited to be joining it. I just wanted to talk a little bit about some of the changes that Blizzard's proposing to the monk class in World of Warcraft Legion. I play a little bit of Mistweaver in arenas. I think that it's the coolest healing spec in the game, and I have dabbled a little bit in Brewmaster and Windwalker, but I'm definitely not an expert at those, so I'll just be upfront about that. So we'll go ahead and we'll just start with the changes that Blizzard's proposing for the Mistweaver. Right now, Mistweavers are based on a chi system where you develop chi and then you spend your chi for bigger heals. So for example, I can use my uplift now, bigger heal, which also boosts my next Surging Mist. However, Blizzard wants to move away from the chi system and make mana the primary resource for the Mistwalker Monk, which I'm cool with. I don't really have any concerns about that. There are a few other things that I'm not quite sure about. I think I like them, but I guess we have to see how it actually plays out in Legion. For one, Soothing Mists is no longer going to be a spell that you initiate. It is going to be based off of casting on a target. It's going to be a passive, it's going to activate on a passive response from casting. And the cool thing about it is you cast and then it starts to channel and it's free. And also it keeps channeling until you decide to do something else. So I think that sounds super cool, especially for raids. For PvP and for arenas, I'm not sure that that's going to be too viable. I guess what matters there is if you're going to be able to channel while moving. And so really we'll see about that. Also, Blizzard said that they were concerned that Renewing Mist was a little bit awkward, that really the only purpose that it served, a little bit of a lag there, was to set up for uplift. So instead, Renewing Mist is still going to be in the game, you're still going to be able to cast it on someone, and it's still going to jump from party member to party member or raid member to raid member. However, it's not going to jump right away. What it's going to do is it's going to keep healing, and if it overheals, then it's going to jump to the nearest ally with the most damage, I believe. Also, they're removing Uplift. They're replacing it with two AoE heals. One is going to be a spinning style heal where you send off a bunch of healing orbs that heal for a moderate amount instantly, plus an additional moderate amount over 6 seconds. So it sounds like a really viable AoE healing ability. I'm really excited to see the graphic on it too. Additionally, there's going to be a heal that is single target, but when you cast it, it's going to heal your target plus two other people pretty close to it. So it's going to be really a pretty different style for Mistweaver healing, but I think it's going to be pretty cool. Okay, so that is it for the Mistweaver. Let's talk real quickly about the Brewmaster and the Windwalker changes. Brewmaster right now is supposed to be filling this brand, if you will, of being a confounding martial artist that dodges attacks that are thrown to it. And right now, the Brewmaster is more so filling a tanking role that has really cool shields that absorb a bunch of damage, and then you have some clutch healing. So what Blizzard's doing, first off, is they're removing chi, and they're adding a charge system where the brews, I think it's Ironskin Brew and Purifying Brew, are going to have 3 charges each, and they're going to share charges too. Also, your Keg Smash is going to lower the cooldown on the restoration of those charges. To make the Brewmaster feel more like confounding, dodgy, weird martial artist, they're adding a mastery that increases your dodge chance by 20% if you get hit. And this can stack too. And the stacks keep stacking until you dodge an attack. So as far as I see it, this is kind of like a you get hit once, then you dodge once, then you get hit once kind of deal, which is kind of cool, but to be honest, if this means that they're removing the shields, I'm kind of bummed out because I kind of like having like super cool shields, glowy things around me when I play WoW. So we'll just see how that plays out with the Brewmasters. And the Windwalker, I'm not going to touch on it a whole lot. You can read up more about it in the blog, but essentially they're adding a mastery that is going to encourage you to switch abilities each time you use an ability. If the ability that you use is different from the previous ability that you used, you'll get a 25% damage buff on that one. You will still have Chi and your spirit ability, the 3 different elemental spirits, that is going to be a little bit different. They're saying it's more like a, click your button and leave them alone. They'll kind of work out who they need to attack on their own. So could be kind of cool. So those are some of the changes that Blizzard's proposing for the Monk class in World of Warcraft Legion. I think they'll really have to see Legion beta testing to come up with a final conclusion on how fun this is going to be. But thank you so much for watching. I hope that you guys have an awesome day. And if you like the video, please leave a like. If you have any comments or suggestions, feel free to leave those too. And if you want to be really awesome, please subscribe to my channel.